Hey, I just went on a big trip. I got a bunch of great mail. I think it's time to do some book show and tell. Okay, look at this. This is what I picked up over the last little bit. It's a crazy haul. I want to tell you about it. Okay, starting us off, Golden Age by Mikhail Al-Ajvaz. Obviously, you know how terrible I am with pronouncing author names. This one from Dalkey. My genre of what I call invisible cities, kind of Calvino, Borges, Roussel, that kind of things inspired by that sort of like cities that may or may not exist. Fantastical, often with like a Central Asia tinge to it. This one sounded really great. Let's get to it. I'm gonna get to it ASAP. So I just ordered both of these from this small press called Kernpunkt. Check it out. They do like very. Looks like they're publishing some very pretty innovative stuff. So I had to get both these. This one, Wiki of Infinite Sorrows by Matthew Burnside. I think the idea of the book is that it's sort of just like fake Wikipedia articles, but they seem to be done in such a way that they're really toying with the notion of what a thing is, what a wiki article is. It apparently has a code that you can solve in the middle of it. Looks really cool. And I finally got this. I had to order it because I wasn't able to find it. So thankfully, mail order works. By Grant Meyerhofer. This is another lipograph book. So if you've ever encountered Perex, Avoid, or Gadsby by Wright, I think he actually says as much in the, like that's what it's inspired by right here. Those books are novels written without using the letter E. This one, you can kind of see by the asterisk here, is written without the letter A. So very interested in constraint writing, and just another one to add to the list. I intend to do like a video of lipogrammatic work very soon. I haven't got this one, so I've got to read this before I get to that video as well. Another brand new thing, The Life of Tufu by Elliot Weinberger. Follow Weinberger very heavily. He usually writes kind of like essays and things on curiosities of literature. I might have mentioned it before in my videos, but this one is actually like a pretty tiny one, and he takes lines from the poet Tufu and kind of is constructing a biography from those fragments of his poetry. Just Weinberger alone, I had to get it. It looks beautiful. This one will be polished off in no time, so I'll get to this one probably right away. This one sounded very good. This is Memorial Device by David Keenan. Just picked this one up as well, just at the store yesterday. It is, the idea is it's sort of like a fictional, retelling of post-punk. So it's kind of like a Joy Division in novel form or something like that. I guess the guy was a musical journalist, so this one was pretty good. I just read another one of his. It was pretty good, but just the story of this one sounded good, so I'll probably review it sometime. Just in the mail, I got these two newest editions of Layout. I should take these out of the package. All right, two new beautiful editions from Layout Press. Basically, these are just very well put together chapbooks of largely artists, graphic designers, concrete poets. Very beautiful series of kind of artist books that comes out from this press. Obviously, myself included has an edition, so I think there's still a couple copies there. So if you order these, order mine as well. This one's by Ben Tousley. Just gorgeously printed editions. This one's all black, purple, and yellow. Beautiful art books. Oh, this one's got a very cool insert. Whoa. Gorgeous, very intricate black and white pen and ink stuff. There you go. Beautiful stuff from Layout Press, as always. I think these are the 2 brand new ones. I got another copy of A Human Mint for pretty cheap, considering it's an expensive one normally. This one, was it 4th edition? It's different than my other edition. Let me see here. Okay, so my edition that I had previously is the 5th. So my understanding is they are slightly different between editions. Yeah, look at that. So even though it's like, oh, I have this book already, there's some changes between the pages. Oh, it's so weird. So I was intending to maybe gift this, but now that I'm looking at these side by side and the differences between them, oh God, I might not be able to. Yeah, so some similarities, some major differences. Oh, so weird. Beautiful erasure text that Tom Phillips has done. There you go. The 4th edition of A Human Mint. Just got this in the mail. It's the new graphic novel from Rick Remender, who's I'm kind of out of graphics, frankly, a little bit. Haven't been keeping up on my comic reading as I used to, but Rick Remender is kind of the one voice that I still tend to keep up on. Those editions of Low were really beautiful. Black Science was great. From Here to Eternity was his kind of most recent one that was also great. So he's kind of one of the few, just creates worlds unlike anything. Very intricate fantasy worlds that are always vastly different, always original. Very cool. So this character kind of looks like the New Mutants Marvel character Beak. Looks great. I got this edition of Flash Fiction 4 for $2. Great thing. So just microfictions. I have another kind of flash fiction title downstairs that haven't gotten to either. But just stuff like Lydia Davis or whatever. I think this one tends to. Ooh, it's got some ephemera on this side. This one seems to have a lot of kind of well-known American writers in it, but the brevity of these stories makes this kind of reading quite fun and very cool. So if you're interested in just like fiction at its most defined and intricate and shortened, truncated, cool one to find in the wild. And here's a couple kind of postmodern. I found a list of postmodern mysteries a while back, and I don't know where it is, but these ones were kind of 2 that I've been looking to track down for a while. Jack Spicer, the kind of related to the New York School of poets and writers and artists. This was his like novel, so I'm kind of familiar with his poetry stuff. This his detective novel in particular is kind of new to me, but apparently it features folks from that the New York School as characters in the book. So I don't know. I'm glad I found a used copy of this. It's pretty cool. Lynn Tillman, again, someone I don't know a ton about, but this one came highly recommended. I think this is long out of print, so happy to have tracked this one down as well. Supposedly a literate mystery novel. Does some weird things. I'm excited to find it. If you know anything about more about Lynn Tillman, let me know. Oh yeah, I just got this at my local bookstore. This is a zine, beautifully Riso printed of mall food. So I think this is like a zine from Edmonton called Hungry Zine. And this one, because of being from Edmonton, features a lot of West Ed. So I don't know. And just the Riso alone, yeah, so much West Ed stuff. Just got this. I intended to read this on the trip, and then the trip got busy, but this is beautiful. So if you can track down Hungry Zine from Edmonton, beautiful work. Been following Rosaire Appel for a long time. Beautiful Asemic artist. She does these incredible Asemic writing pieces. So this is one I hadn't had. She's done some ones that have like music notation that I was really taken by. So try to get another thing of hers that I never had. Lovely work. Heiss for Weiss by Anton Braun. This one, here, let me open it up. So this one kind of just, I don't know if this is obviously it was related to almost like dot matrix printers, but very much related to my interest in pixel art and this kind of like, oh, this is just such a lovely book. Weirdly wasn't that expensive for like how nice of an edition this is. Yeah, this is an artist that I'm not as familiar with. I didn't know anything about him, but just the sight of this book alone had to come home with me. This will be, look at this. Oh, this is weird. I didn't even put this together. Another Jack Spicer thing. Maybe that's just why I got it. Not just a short collection of poetry from him. This was at Printed Matter as well. I don't think I've, findings, because when was this originally published here, I should say. Yeah, there you go. Originally published in 58, so this got republished in 2023 by Pilot Press. So getting, a nice chapbook edition of a Spicer is a privilege. This will be ripped through in no time. I got this printed edition of reprints of this hardcore zine, Fluke, but it was kind of the Lungfish Fugazi little mark here. There's just like, oh, an original interview from Lungfish from '92 has to come home with me. Yeah, this kind of work, I don't see these kind of zines anymore. So these like editions of like reprinting of that era of zine is pretty nice. So this one's just a handful of zines here. So I don't know if it's like everything, but I got this from a comic shop in New York. So cool hardcore stuff. And my last bit of show and tell, this Zodiac IYY graphic novel. So autobiography from the man himself. Very cool conceptual artist, Chinese, but lived in New York for a long time. And I've read a biography of his called The Hanging Man. Put an image here. That was very cool. But it was sort of about slightly about his life, but a little more about like a study of his work, whereas to kind of get the artistic story of it all, because it seems to be quite stylized throughout it all. Beautiful new graphic edition. Oh, and there you go. That was my show and tell of my book haul. I don't know if anyone cared about that, but I know I've got 2 people who wanted to see that show and tell video, so it's kind of for them. If you've read any of these, if you've encountered any of them, if you know anything about them, tell me about it. Let me know. I'll probably get to them right away. So, oh man, this is a big stack to get through in the next year, so we'll see how I do. But happy reading. If you found anything cool, let me know. Peace out.